Hey friends, welcome to the studio. It's been another week, boy howdy, and hopefully this little time travel experiment of Marcus teaches you a song can help bridge that gap a little bit, and I can feel like I'm hanging out with you, and you can feel like you're here hanging out with me, and we can learn a song together. So I wanted to dive into more musical theater stuff, in a way a little more complex, and in a way a little simpler. Today we're going to look at Stephen Sondheim, who is a giant in the world of musical theater and a huge idol of mine. Wrote Sweeney Todd and Into the Woods and all these really cool things, and did not write many film scores. He wrote everything that was sung in The Birdcage, and he wrote the score to Dick Tracy, which garnered him an Academy Award, and a bunch of really amazing, beautiful songs. Sooner or later, more What Can You Lose? And under the weight of those, this one sometimes gets lost. And it's funny, but I was doing this with some of my students in the months leading up to the quarantine. It's called Live Alone and Like It. Right? So let's dive in. I'm going to teach this in B flat, kind of the alto key. Your high note here is a B flat. Free to call the tune. Then I'm going to do it again in D flat D, for more of the tenor baritone arrangement. And if you need it in another key, DM me, text me, we'll figure it out. I'll send it over to you. So let me sing you the first verse, and then we can learn it together. It's super fun. And it's kind of got, it's the part of the movie where Dick Tracy has found the kid, and he's driving around with his girlfriend, Tess Trueheart, and building his family, and on the radio is kind of playing this, live alone and like it, free as the birds and the trees. Kind of like that 40s kind of jazzy feel to it. So that's the idea, just cool and groovy and relaxed. Here it goes like this. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars, live alone and like it, doing whatever you please. When your heart desires, free to hang around or fly at any old time. So that's the verse. Let's break it down. You'll hear the piano go, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars. Let's try that together. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars. Good, one more time. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars. And the next piece is almost just like the first. Live alone and like it, doing whatever you please. When your heart desires. It's kind of the same piece. And let's put those two together. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars, live alone and like it, doing whatever you please. When your heart desires. Cool. Next part. Free to hang around or fly at any old time. If you don't mind a tiny bit of voice coaching, just trowel that. Free to hang around or fly at any old time. Slide up so the air doesn't have to change. Free to hang around or fly at any old time. Cool, let's put those three pieces together. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars, live alone and like it, doing whatever you please. When your heart desires, free to hang around or fly at any old time. Yeah, cool. Good, second verse. No equivocation, most of all no guarantees. That can be your motto. No equivocation, most of all no guarantees. That can be your motto. Free of obligation, only the murmuring breeze. As an obligato, so that's the second piece. Free to live alone and like it. Why is that such a crime? Live alone and like it. Why is that such a crime? That's the second verse. Let's walk it nice and slow. And no equivocation, most of all no guarantees. That can be your motto, free of obligation, only the murmuring breeze. as an obligato, live alone and like it. Why is that such a crime? Cool. And then the bridge, super cool bridge. That's like a defining characteristic of this little series is these super cool bridges. So it goes like this. Free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day anyway. Right? So cool. Oh, backing up. Free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day anyway. Cool, let's break it down. Free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play. Let's try that. Free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play. Good. Not good for me. You can have the moon. And I'm gonna let you be the top of that jazz chord. You can have the moon, but you don't have to. You can have the moon. You can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day. You can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day anyway. And if you find that low note is a little low, there's a lower break. If you kind of find that you're night and day, open that lower break. And the cool thing is, the reason I bring this up, not a voice coach, but Sondheim built a little trapdoor into this song to help you open that lower break, no matter what your voice type. And it's bringing the tongue to the roof of the mouth and giving a little hum as you dive down into it. And he built it into the lyrics. Night and day. So that the tongue just leaves the roof of the mouth and you're down there. Night and day. And then drag that cool up. Night and day anyway. On cool. So let's back up, look at the bridge one more time. And the bridge connects to the song. That dumb, live alone and like it. Why is that such a crime? And free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day anyway. Yeah. And let's go with the second part of the bridge, because my caveat for Sondheim is with this kind of stuff, almost like with certain playwrights, it's easy to paraphrase, but you shouldn't because there's a rhythm. With this, you can't paraphrase your notes. Free to say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day. And there's not a lot of crazy Sondheim in this, but this is indicative of his style. Let's take it from there. Now the moon is if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day anyway. Good. That's for me. You can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day anyway. Cool. And then our last part, same as the first. On your own with only you to concern yourself doesn't mean you're lonely, just that you're free. Live alone and like it, don't come down from that tree. That's the answer for me. That's the answer for me. Cool. So if you Googled your lyrics to Live Alone and Like It, Stephen Sondheim, Dick Tracy, you are set to go. Let's run that last verse one more time. So coming out of the bridge, please say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon, but you don't have to have it night and day. Anyway, on your own with only you to concern yourself doesn't mean you're lonely, just that you're free. Live alone and like it, don't come down from that tree. That's the answer for me. Yeah, now I like this brisk. My friend Gene, my client Gene does not. He's going to kill me for this, but I'll split the difference. I'll go a little bit slower than I normally would. So let me sing it with you once all the way through. And if you forgot anything and you need to go over it, oh, it's a video. You can go back and check it out. Cool. So I'm going to play through and sing it once and have the piano capture what I'm doing. And then at the end of this, I will have that record in 2 different keys, and you can sing it in your key, and it'll be super fun. And if you just want to sing it with me, great, let's do it right now. Here we go. Oh, wait, let's do it formally because it's going to capture anything. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars, live alone and like it, doing whatever you please. When your heart desires, free to hang around or fly at any old time. No equivocation, most of all no guarantees. That can be your motto, free of obligation, only the murmuring breeze. As an obligato, live alone and like it, why is that such a crime? Free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon. But you don't have to have it night and day. Anyway, on your own with only you to concern yourself doesn't mean you're lonely, just that you're free. Live alone and like it, don't come down from that tree. That's the answer for me. That's the answer for me. Yeah, nice, you guys. You know what? Let me do something I don't normally do. Let me sing it in the upper key. So let's see. This is going to be in D. Our top note is a D. So baritone tenors. Live alone and like it. Tune. Freeze the birds. Yeah, let's try that one more time. Live alone and like it, free as the birds in the trees. High above the briars, live alone and like it, doing whatever you please. As your heart desires, free to hang around or fly at any old time. No equivocation, most of all no guarantees. That can be your motto, free of obligation, only the murmuring breeze. As an obligato, live alone and like it, why is that such a crime? Free to call the tune, free to say if you're gonna work or play, you can have the moon. But you don't have to have it night and day. Anyway, on your own with only you to concern yourself doesn't mean you're lonely, just that you're free. Live alone and like it, don't come down from that tree. That's the answer for me. That's the answer for me. Cool. So I'll transpose that first track down, up into this key. And yeah, good work, everybody. I hope you have fun with this. I hope you can live alone and like it for a little bit longer a time. And I so appreciate you joining me here every week. It gives me some way to connect to you and hopefully make somebody out there not quite feel so alone. Also, I want to plug my new web series. It is called The Songs You Need. Marcus Klinger's The Songs You Need with Marcus Klinger, produced by Marcus Klinger, a Marcus Klinger production. And it is walking you through my favorite lost, not very well known cast albums from Broadway in London and around the world from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and what songs you need to get you started. 5, 6 songs, and the story that can connect them. So my first guest was Mark Cornfield last week. It's on my YouTube channel, Marcus Klinger, Klinger Vocal Studio. You can find it there. The second episode will drop next week with Randy Teradash. So thank you, everybody, for being here with me. Thank you for the support and the comments and the texts and the videos I've been getting. I just love these. I hope you like this song, and I will see you next week. Take care.